Happy Christmas Eve, everybody. My name's Paul Edgton Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. And 2 hours, give or take, after every after every game, we do our post-game show. So it's time to celebrate, vent, react, and whatever emotions you're going through here on a Christmas Eve. Talking Jets, Commanders, and Woody Johnson ends the speculation. Saleh and Douglas are back. We'll talk about that as well. Let's roll. Zoink. It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans. Field Yates, baby. Field Gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show. Come on, people. Connor Rogers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor Gosh darn Sycamore, baby, for me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever seen.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas. What a friggin' roller coaster that was. Hey, everybody, my name's Paul Edgton Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Wow. I mean, let's just kind of go into it. We're heading into the week. We find out it's Trevor Siemian, and we're like, well, all right, let's just see what Trevor Siemian and this Jets team's going to do. I mean, this Washington team isn't very good, but let's just see what happens. That's kind of that's the pulse heading in. Then everything is bouncing right. It's an oblong-shaped football, and the ball seems to be bouncing in the right way of the Jets. They open up a can of whoop ass on the Washington Commanders in the first quarter, scoring more points in the first quarter than any Jets team since 2014, scoring more points in a first half than any Jets team since 2015. I mean, things were rolling, and I'm like, well, okay, baby, we're getting a win. Good vibes for Christmas and the holiday season. Fine and dandy by me, quite frankly, with the New York Jets getting those ops to just, rip into a team. We haven't gotten a lot of those this season. And again, I'm sure this will be a theme throughout today's show. There's going to be some pissed off fans saying they can't even tank right, this or that. You know what? Fans can fan however they want to fan, but I'll reiterate this. I watch every game rooting for my team to win, and I'm cheering it. I'm embracing it. I'm enjoying it. That's how I operate. And then when we deal with the result, a win, as it is in the Jets case, or a loss, then you rationalize it. In my mind, okay, well, they lost. Okay, better draft pick. Here's all the positives from that scenario. Okay, they win. Okay, good vibes. This Jets team rallying the troops, and you know what? This team's been in a funk. They lost the 5 in a row, and things were going horrible. And man, for the holidays, this team, this locker room, this regime, I think they all needed this dub. And I think the fans did too, even if you wanted it or not. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for the New York Jets. Now, if the doctor was prescribing this one, I wouldn't have said, hey, a 20-point lead, then you blow it. So that's the roller coaster. I come in, I'm thinking, I think the Jets are going to beat the Commanders. Then they're up a lot. I'm like, okay, the Jets are beating the Commanders. Then all of a sudden, whoa, quarterback change. Trevor Siemian throws a horrible pick in the red zone. And I'm like, oh boy, the Jets are going to blow this thing. Washington takes the lead. I'm like, is Trevor Siemian going to orchestrate some sort of comeback here to get within Legatron's range to win this game? And he does. And the Jets end up winning it. So it was, we're winning. We're going to lose. Oh, we're winning again. I mean, it's just a little bit wild. It was freaky. It was crazy. And I get it. Here's the tankathon aspect of the entire shish kebab here. If the Jets would have lost, it's official now with all the statistics and nuggets coming in. If the Jets would have lost to the Commanders, currently, right now, as we speak, they would hold the 4th overall pick, according to Tankathon. They did not, obviously, so now they hold the 9th overall pick, according to Tankathon. And if the Raiders lose to the Chiefs, as many expect, the Jets will drop from 9th to 10th to get all the drafting info out there for all the people. But I say this, again, with the 4th overall pick have been cool. We're talking about, as Woody on the show earlier, Joe Alt or Fashanu or God knows who. Sure. Sure, that's what the conversation would be. But now we're just going to have to allow Joe Douglas do Joe Douglas. Hey, with the 10th overall pick, he found Garrett Wilson. So that one worked out pretty well. There was another receiver that went ahead of him on that hierarchy. So sometimes Think about the Sauce draft. I know they picked 4, so it's 4, but another corner went in front of him, and Stingley's doing okay this season, but Sauce has been spectacular. So just because you don't have a top pick, like top 5, doesn't mean you're screwed and your pick's gonna stink. Ultimately, Joe Douglas is gonna have to just select the right guy and bring it in here. I think important winning vibes are an important part of this puzzle. The Jets want to turn this ship around with a winning culture, winning, and from a fan perspective of rooting for your team to win. I've said this message 100 times, and I'm sure it's growing stale among some people. We get 17 of these every year. 17 every year. And you people that are watching and listening to the show, we appreciate the sport, can choose to root for wins, losses, whatever the hell you want to. That's up to you. But for me, I only get 17 of these. We work all season and wait all year for these, and I get fired up. I was fired up today. All the big plays. Jason Brownlee gets his first ever touchdown. Awesome. Breece Hall's back, baby. 200 plus yards of scrimmage yards. Fantastic. I love to see it. Garrett Wilson had some really, really good moments. That was good to see. A couple of defenders popping. Tony Adams with the pick, and Quincy getting a pick. All pro bowler. He should be. And there's a lot of positives. Hey, how about this positive? I don't know if you guys saw this. What about a shout out to the Jets offensive line? They allowed 12 pressures today, but most importantly, 0 sacks allowed. Shout out to Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic. Trevor Siemian had an average time to throw of 2.39 seconds. Now, out of everybody, Laken Tomlinson was the worst of the group. He allowed 7 pressures, 2 quarterback hits, but it was all descending from there. Joe Tippmann didn't allow a pressure. Jake Hansen, who? Only allowed 1 pressure. Carter Warner, who's back to the starting lineup after a few injuries. 2 pressures, 2 QB hits. Mekhi Becton, 2 pressures, although there's a few moments there where it looked a little tough for him. So Laken was tough, but overall the offensive line, solid. Okay, good to see. Very nice. I will take it. So there were silver linings certainly to take from this game. Plus, we'll talk about the news. Brian Costello, shout out for him getting the exclusive scoop. There's no more speculation. Will Joe Douglas come back? Will Robert Saleh come back? I know we heard NFL insiders say, yeah, we're pretty sure that they're coming back. There's no pretty sure anymore. It is blunt. Woody Johnson confirmed that to Brian Costello before the game's results today, that Robert Saleh is coming back. So I will get some of that as well. I see Co in here. What's up, Co? Welcome to the show. And anyone who would like to join the show, feel free to do so on the Cam 631 Laser hotline. It is the pinned comment on our YouTube channel. That is your way to click and join us if you want to have some Christmas joy or festive cheer to share. If you want to complain about the tank blowing, feel free. You want to celebrate a Jets victory or what have you, that is available for all of you. All you guys need to do is be in a relatively quiet spot and have your video camera on, and you will enter the green room, and I'll try to get as many of you guys on the show as possible. So feel free to do that. Again, that's brought to you by our friends over at Cam 631 Laser. That's a good friend of mine. He is a diehard Jets fan. He supported the show all year this year, despite the struggles that occurred. So shout out to him. And he can make custom stuff for you is basically the gist of his custom laser engraving, whether it's license plate frames, car parts, keychains, bottle openers, coasters, you name it, you got it. He's done all kinds of cool stuff for me. I got coasters back here, boy green coasters, which are really nice. We got the business card like this. We got the business cards here, which are really nice. So whatever you need, he's got. So shout out to my buddy Camp 631 Laser. So spread the holiday cheer from that perspective. But let's read a couple of notes and quotes. This is Woody Johnson again, exclusively to Brian Costello earlier today about Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas returning, saying, quote, "My decision is to keep them. I think we've had some very positive moves. The culture of the team is a lot better. The defense is better. The offense needs a few pieces," Woody Johnson told Brian Costello. Here's more from Woody Johnson on a reason why he wanted to keep the band together here of Saleh and Douglas. Quote, "Just to keep the continuity going with Aaron Rodgers and the team we've got. Like I said a year ago, we need a quarterback. We had a quarterback for 4 plays. Since then, we haven't been able to replace him. If we have a good quarterback, it makes everybody's job easier. It makes the line better and the receivers better too." And here is the last one here from Woody Johnson. I think if you see Aaron Rodgers right now and the impact he's having on the team and what he's able to do with virtually no practice, it's amazing. He's in the fourth quarter of the league year and he's throwing like he's practiced all year. When he starts practicing, gets timing with the receivers just perfect, I think you're going to see some amazing things, end quote. And that is the excitement. I know Zach Rosenblatt brought this up on The Athletic on whether or not Jet fans will be as excited this offseason, and I know we're not there yet, but whether they will be as excited this upcoming offseason as others were for this offseason that just passed. And I will tell you, absolutely. Maybe some people will be a little hesitant, unwilling to dip their toe in the water. For me, I'm fired up, baby. Aaron Rodgers, even more determined. And we saw determined Aaron Rodgers win a couple of MVPs over the last couple of years. So sign me the hell up. I'm fired up. I love it. I love the Jets win today. Screw the tanking people. Deal with the result as the result is. The Jets won. They kicked some ass. They scored some tutties. Young players were popping. Breece Hall's back. A lot of people thought Breece Hall had some sort of issue from the ACL. Oh boy, he's toast. No, he's not. He's just dandy. Garrett Wilson, yeah, he's pretty good too. So they've got some redeeming pieces to build around for this crazy run that should be happening in 2024. So Woody Johnson says everybody's coming back. Feel free to respond. So unfortunately for our Mike Tomlin people, that dies, obviously, that he's not coming anymore. But hey, that would have been sexy. That would have been cool. But you know what? I'm fine with their group returning. Give this a fair shake. Give this a fair shot. And let's see what happens. All right. I teased it. So let's go to it. The Cam 631 laser hotline. Like I said, it is the pinned comment on our YouTube channel. So guys, make sure you click that and get involved on the show. Again, it can be for festive cheer, whatever you'd like. Feel free, and here's the information on the screen. Again, Cam631 Laser hotline. For more information, visit him, Cam at 631laser.com. So without further ado, let's bring him in. He's a regular on this program. That is baby, K.O. joining us here on the show. Happy holidays, brother. How are you?
Happy holidays, man. How you doing? And Just Nation, how everybody else doing? All right, I'm happy for the win, but I feel that we let up. We like when we up 20 points, we had to run it up. We had to, become stingy. Don't let nobody score. And Nathaniel Hackett, he has to change up. The little 5-yard passes is not going to cut it. We have to try him downfield, 15 yards, 20 yards. Give Garrett Wilson a chance. Garrett Wilson is a stud. He's him. He can do that. He can make a 50 catch. So it's like
I agree. Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, you're killing me, but I'm glad to see Breece looking great. I knew he's gonna come back good.
Me too. Yeah.
Izzy,
but it's good to just get in actuality.
Yeah. Izzy looks good. I like I've been a big fan of Jason Brownlee. I felt he should have been playing. He should be getting a lot more snaps over Allen Lazard. Honestly, any young guys on the Allen, on the Allen Lazard should be getting snaps. Honestly speaking, I was never a fan of that signing. I think that was too much money for him because he really didn't prove anything. He dropped a lot of passes last year too. So,
he was the highest paid free agent wide receiver of anybody this offseason.
Exactly,
with that 44 mil. Yeah.
And my thing is, for people who saw us play Green Bay last year, he couldn't do anything against us last year. And he did drop passes last year when we played him. So, it was good to see Jason Brownlee get involved. Gibson. Yes. We had to play to our strengths, even if that means splitting Breece out, in a slot or something to get some linebackers.
Sure.
If that had to be our bread and butter, let's make it happen. Offensive line play actually good. I like Carter Warren. Carter Warren, like, he's getting better every week. I like that pick coming out of Pitt. Carter Warren looks good. I think Mekhi Becton Days is number.
Yeah.
Who else? Thomas actually looks good. I've been real critical of him. Joe Timmon played good. Besides the one snap that it did hit the quarterback in his hand, he has to catch that and fall in it at least.
Mm-hmm.
And Simeon, he got to stop staring receivers down.
That was terrible. That was the pick. Yeah. He just stared him down. He's a veteran. That was lazy.
And if he would have waited a second more, Breece got open. I think he hit the linebacker with a double move and got open. Breece he would have scored on that.
Yeah.
But like I said, we revamped the offensive line. We could be a very dangerous team, honestly speaking. Because Breece Hall can get you 4 to 5 yards easily. sometimes more. You know, he's a home run
Especially if
threat.
you have Aaron Rodgers, right? Like, think about it. Brees is doing this with Trevor friggin' Siemian at quarterback. Okay.
Exactly.
But Aaron Rodgers, if he's dicing up people, you have to respect and back up, which opens up stuff for Brees Hall. So that should be even more
Exactly.
dynamic next year. Yeah.
A lot of our young pieces. You know, I think Gibson. I think he could be more dangerous. Jeremy Rucker. He could be more dangerous in the pass game. We already know.
He's a good tight end too.
Yeah,
That's
he is.
I don't
Yeah,
think he's going to be a
he
tight end one, but he's a good tight end too. That's not
he's a
bad.
good blocker and he's a good
Mhm.
receiver. You know, that's what
Yeah.
we need.
He opened it up
Um,
on that Brees Hall touchdown. He was at
yeah,
fullback, which I wish they'd use him more. They used him like that in college a little bit. I wish they'd use him more on the offense. That'd be nice because he opened up. He blocked
exactly.
his ass off. Yeah.
He can play. Brees Hall can
Mhm.
play. He can play. And
Yeah.
what else? I like I like Bryce Huff. I
Of
love Bryce Huff.
course. Bugatti
That's my
Bryce,
guy.
baby. Yeah.
His name is floating around as far as what we're gonna do. Are we gonna pay him?
Yeah. There's a
I'll
lot of
be
rumors
heartbroken
about trading or signing or this or that. Yeah, there's a lot of
if
debate happening, and I imagine that'll be the case for a while.
yeah
Yeah.
if we can't retain him, we gotta get him out of the AFC. He has to go to a team in the NFC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because honestly speaking, he's really a dangerous threat at
He's a game
being
wrecker.
he is. He really he's really a game wrecker. He really is.
Mhm.
Lawson I think is out of here. No,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's gone. He's gone for sure.
yeah. And Lazard he got restructured his contract.
Yeah, but
I
he's
think
back no matter what because of the contract. But yeah, a restructure is possible potentially. Yeah,
yeah,
maybe a
so
pay cut. Yeah.
but I was looking at the top 10 players, in recent mock drafts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Honestly speaking, I would love to have Joe Alt, but I don't think he's dropping out of the 5.
Yeah, it seems tough to believe. I think it was a Matt Miller mock draft or something, because again, on Tankathon, the Jets were at a certain place, and other places they're at different places.
Yeah,
Again,
really.
ultimately, it's not going to
Yeah.
matter. But in his projection, he had Joe Alt falling to 9, which would currently that's where the Jets sit according to Tankathon. But
You
I'm
see,
just not sure if that's going to happen. I hope so, but
because
I don't know.
besides us, it's a couple teams that's picking high that need offensive line help. And Joe O is a stud, so I don't see him dropping past the top 5. Honestly speaking,
Yeah.
so we gotta look at another offensive line. I like Mims from Georgia.
Yeah, he's interesting.
I
Mhm.
like Latham from Bama.
Sure.
It's a lot of good
There's
offensive
some
linemen.
dudes. Yeah,
But if we can't get out of the all, like I said, I'm a diehard LSU fan.
of course.
Neighbors or
Neighbors?
even, I like Neighbors. I would love him
Okay.
with Garrett Wilson. Him and Garrett,
Ooh,
or even see this. I think one of the big sleepers is Brian Thomas.
interesting.
Brian Thomas Jr.
Okay.
is a big time sleeper. He's a vertical threat. He's a big body, and he catches everything. You put it near his hands, he's grabbing it. Whether it's
We
one
need
hand,
some of
two
that on the
hands.
team. We need some of
Yeah,
that.
that's what we need. We need a big target like him, especially for the red zone,
Mhm.
because we get there, but we can't
Yeah,
cash.
we've gotten there a couple of times, but then there's some, outside of Brownlee's touchdown, they get there and they have no idea what the hell they're doing. Then we just have field goal, I guess. It's just,
Another tight end. I thought we were gonna really use him a lot. Zach
who's that?
Kuntz.
Oh yeah, he's a freak.
I like
I
Zach.
think, yeah, we'll see how he develops. He's been basically cryogenically frozen on the practice squad all year. Talented for sure. I
Yeah,
wonder because think about him and Rodgers at a minimum in the red zone. You'd think he'd be jump ball 50-50, throw it up there, and he could
yeah,
almost
and
Jimmy Graham its ass or
and
something. I
he's
don't know.
athletic. He can jump.
Yeah.
He can jump. So
Mhm.
I think a lot of things are going to change when Aaron comes back.
Yeah,
We
me
already
too.
know, and we had to get a bigger body in the middle of our defense. We need that one stuffer who can just stuff
Mhm.
everything. Because
Yeah.
there's no way that their offensive line was able to double team our guys and move our guys off the ball. There's no way,
Yeah. No. 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 No.
no way at all.
No.
Zero.
No.
So it's a couple things we got to tweak on. But we got to get Garrett Wilson some help. Garrett
For
Wilson
sure.
is a complete stud. He needs somebody opposite him who could create offense and keep chains moving too. Because they're gonna double Garrett Wilson. If
Yeah,
you
and
don't
I don't
have
blame
somebody
him. I would
opposite.
be doing that too, probably. I would
See,
probably be doing that too.
and this is what I was saying. From last week we
Yeah.
played Miami. That just had me so irate because I'm like, there's no way we're not rolling coverage to Jalen Waddle's side. Tyreek's not playing.
Right.
If somebody else was happened to beat us, cool. I'd have been all right. They made
You
some.
can live with that.
Yeah, exactly. But
Jalen, when there's no
yeah,
Tyreek, come on, man. What are we doing?
exactly.
Yeah.
But I said I look at it. It's a lot of games we should have won that would have had us in the postseason
We'd
run.
be in a different position, man. We'd be in a different position.
The Atlanta game, the Raiders game, even that Chargers game. It's just no way.
Yeah.
Zero.
Yeah.
It's no way. It's no way because we should have been in the postseason easily.
It's no doubt about it. What are we at? So we're at what, 6 now? Yeah, 6 and 9. Yeah, and then you twinkle a win here or there. Yeah, the whole friggin' thing flips. So,
but I would say what our picks.
Yeah,
I would say we have to if we get a generational talent that's their receiver, I would take him. I'm not even gonna lie, I would take him. But the rest of the picks, we got to get linemen. Linemen is a must.
It should be all offense. That's my take. It should be all linemen.
Great minds think alike. Because I was saying that I'm like it should be an offensive draft. We have more than enough defensive players. It should be a straight offensive draft.
Hey, by the way, this is a thing I just wanted to do the quick math on real quick. Garrett Wilson is now 42 yards away from 1,000. So he's got 2 games to get 42 yards. Think that's going to happen. So
he's going to get that next week against the Patriots. He'll get that against the Patriots.
Could be against the Browns. We play in a short week. We got him on Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah.
Okay. First play of the game. Give me a little bomb, baby. Booyah. Let's get him that 1K ASAP.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
We not that far, but it's things that we gotta really buckle down on. And as far as Jordan Whitehead, I think he's out of here too. I'm tired of seeing he doesn't tackle.
Yeah, I'm very lackadaisical.
Yeah. Thank you. Wrap up, bro. The show tackle's not working. Wrap up.
Yeah, he did that in the Bengals game last year too. It was early in the year. That had to have been the Joe Flacco game. And then Boyd took it to the house for a touchdown. I'm like, stop being lazy, man. Just trying to be lazy. Just try to hit stick somebody like it's high school and just be like, oh, that'll take him down. Go through the proper protocol, pal. Wrap up, profile, take him down. It just gets lazy is the only thing I can think of.
It really is. I think he has to go too. I think that was really a waste of a signing, honestly. I would rather a young safety coming out of college who.
Yeah, I know he's had some picks, so he's been decent in coverage, but the tackling just has been so lackluster that it almost wipes away all the cool picks. So
exactly, thank you, because who can I use? Even though Jamal Adams not there, but Jamal Adams was a short tackler. He wasn't that good in coverage, but he was a short tackler.
Not. That's true. Yeah,
he was a good tackler. So it's like, come on, you're a safety. You got to tackle too. Everybody has to tackle on the defense. Everybody.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're not far. I think we have a chance to be very dangerous next year. But we have to invest in our offensive line, big time.
Number one. That's the plan.
Big time.
And hopefully they've got it. Hopefully they got that fire under their ass where obviously they're safe. They're heading into their next year, but they know hey, man, it's now or never. It's not cutting time. Yeah. It's time to make some plays, make some things happen. So hopefully there's a level of aggressiveness this offseason to fill the holes. This year was with Aaron Rodgers basically gone immediately, you saw all the flaws of the roster. So now Rodgers going to get dropped back on the team. Now fix those things and let's make a friggin' run, baby. That's it.
Thank you. We know the defense can't perform, but they still got room for growth. They still got to get better. But other than that, though, we have to solidify the offensive line. Offensive line is key. We have to put protectors up front to protect our quarterback and our backs. Because it shows when Breece Hall sees the slightest crease, he'll run for 7-8 yards, sometimes more.
Breece lightning. Oh yeah.
So it's like, come on, we have to invest in our offensive line. If we happen to get a offensive tackle, cool. After that, get a guard who could plug and play, start from day one.
Mm-hmm.
But Carter Warren,
offensive line over and over again.
I'm liking the Carter Warren growth. He's actually looking good.
Worst
Carter Warren.
case, he maybe is your swing guy because like Billy Turner was trash this year, so
Yeah.
Billy leaves, and maybe Carter Warren does enough to be your swing. Now, I don't know if he's like penciled in starter. We'll see what happens because Dwayne Brown's probably going to retire. Makai's probably gone,
Yeah.
so you have a chance at draft. Maybe your top 10 pick is a left tackle, and then you go out and get a right tackle somehow, trade for it, whatever, and then Carter
Yeah.
Warren's your swing tackle. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Not. Or just have him fully because I think Max Mitchell coming back, so
That could be. Yeah. He's a
you
good.
know,
He's an
had
option. He's under contract. Yep.
had
Mm-hmm.
him battle out for the position. That's
Yeah.
all. You know, let's do that. Vera Tucker should be back. Hopefully, he could play a full year, man, because he has so much upside. Hopefully, I'm praying he plays a full
Fingers
year.
crossed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
right.
Like Jesus Christ. So but Joe Tippett looks great. I love that
Yes.
pickup. That was a very good pickup.
Very nice.
I give
Very
credit
nice.
with this dude. That was a great pickup. And,
He's
has,
been developing all year. Very proud of him. Very proud of him. Yeah.
And he really holds his own weight against interior guys. He helped at the right time. So it's like, wow, he got some good traits. But,
Certainly. Yeah.
He has a lot of good traits. So and he's only gonna get better working with Aaron Rodgers, making the right calls. The slide of protection this way. So.
By the way, are you cool with Woody came out today with Brian Costello and made it official that Saleh and Douglas are both coming back next year, which likely means he didn't say it in the piece, but likely Hackett obviously as well. Are you cool with all those dudes coming back for 2024?
I would say yeah, it's a little mixed emotions because it's like they did a whole lot of foolery. We haven't been to the postseason in 13 years. It's like, come on, bro. Like, as a GM, especially as a GM for Joe Douglas, you were an offensive lineman. You played the game of football. You know the game is one of the churches. Why would you why would we get a defensive lineman? We could have got another lineman, offensive lineman in the first round last year. Because our offensive line was shaky last year.
Yeah, very shaky. Exactly. Yeah, it had a lot of these same issues of injuries and suckage. Like, yeah.
And and we should have brought Mike White. Mike White should still be a New York Jet.
Yeah, I wonder what really happened there because on some sense I get it. He gets to go down to Miami. He went to Florida down at USF, so I get it going back down there. And with the Dolphins, he was QB2. Here he probably would have had to been QB3 because obviously they gave the job to Zach Wilson. So maybe he didn't want to. I don't know. But yeah, he obviously would have been a solid guy. So now they got to find whoever that is. Gardner Minshew's out there. Jameis Winston's going to be out there. Ryan Tannehill. Those are going to be dudes out there to re-sign potentially or sign, as a backup. Yeah.
But the offense did flourish good with Mike White.
For sure. Yeah.
It really did. He was able to he read the field, he made quick throws. He made the easy look very easily.
Which was nice. It was nice to see. It was nice to see a guy step in there and make some things happen.
But I like I like the energy Saleh brings, but he has to get better on his side too. He has to get better with adjustments. Same thing with Hackett. He has to get better with adjustments too.
Not everyone's happy about that though. JE just comes in on our YouTube channel, says a useless win. Saleh's a horrible coach, and he hides his face with one emoji and several fire emojis. Yeah, he's not very happy, and several I saw in here are not very pleased with Saleh. No.
Yeah,
sir.
listen, I'm not either. I felt we should have got either Dan Campbell or Eric Bieniemy.
Interesting.
Honestly speaking, I felt
those would have been different.
It would have been a lot different because even down to it, as bad as the Commanders are, they have a more potent offense than us.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they've been lighting it up all year. Major credit. Sam Howell, I know he sucked against the Jets, but everyone sucked against the Jets within reason. He had been, for most of the season, leading the league in passing yards. So he was in the top of the category for all the years. So major shout out to Eric Bieniemy. They've been doing that work.
They're number 12 in passing yards, and they were like number 7 rushing the ball. They're a balanced offense. That's something that we need. We need that because I believe if we get that, sky's the limit. I don't see nobody beating us.
Yeah, that's it. And I'm about that life. It's about time. It's been 13 friggin' years for Pete's sake.
Come on.
There are people in middle school right now that have never experienced a Jets playoff game. They've been born and since, and they have no idea what's happening.
Think about that for real.
That's kind of crazy. There's 12 or 13-year-olds out there going, "What the Jets in the playoffs? What is that? I've never seen it." There's poor little bastards out there. Like, for God's
let's
sake,
get back to
please.
ground and pound
Yeah.
and throw the ball.
Yes.
Because
Good mix,
we have
balance.
the personnel, we have the backs for it. Brees Hall can be he's the every down. Then we sprinkle some Izzy in. I like Izzy too.
Oh, yeah. Izzy's
You
been
know,
showing some pop, so thank God they gave him some run today. Let me see what the final totes. So he had, I've got it here, 9 carries for 43 yards, 4.8 a clip. Very nice. Got a lot of touches. Let me see. He did not get any targets in the passing game, but still, really loved him running out of the backfield. Finally, they just gave a commitment. It was nice to see.
that'll come along because he's a home run threat. He's another home run guy. So you got a home run guy like him, Brees, and Garrett Wilson. If we put somebody else opposite of Garrett Wilson, our offense can be lethal. It really can. It can be a lethal offense.
It's got that up.
We got to have him show that front five. We have to show
That's it.
That's
Lazard's going to be here next year, but he's going to be like wide receiver 3 or 4, which is good news because you're going to have Garrett. Obviously, you're going to have whoever you go get. Is it Devontae? Is it T. Higgins? Is it whoever? And then you're going to have, like I said, Lazard in that 3-4 role, which will be more comfortable for him, and you're stuck with him. There's nothing else you could do. So, yeah, just add some pieces to the room, and then Lazard against corner 3, 4, 5 on the other team. Okay, maybe that's a little better.
Take that. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. But, I would say don't sleep on Brian Thomas. It's a lot of good receivers in this class. You got Romo Dunze. I like him.
Oh, yeah.
He's a tough one. You got the receiver from Oregon. I forgot his name. He's tough. It's a lot. It's a lot of good receivers. It's a lot of good guys. So even
for the things we need, there's offensive linemen and wide receivers in this draft. We're gonna get some, I think. Yeah.
Because we only if we let go of Jordan Whitehead, we'll need a safety. But other than that, we good.
We will. Yeah, we'll see. I want Ashton Davis back. Again, he recovered that weird Jamison Crowder fumble where he just kind of threw it up in the air. Like, what the hell? Davis is always around the ball, so I love Ashton. Oh. We lost you there. You still there? There you are. Okay, go ahead.
I wish we had Jamison Crowder still.
Oh, that'd be He would have been nice. He would have been a nice fill-in for all the things going on.
He would have been good with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. He would have been nice. Although, like I said, the random fumble was a little weird. People were bringing up like longest yard Paul Crew point shaving. Like, why did he just randomly fumble that ball on purpose? But hey, putting that aside, I mean, JC, he's just a solid vet. He's just a solid dude. So
I like it. And he never been to the postseason. So I think we should be.
That poor bastard. I forgot Washington and the Jets. Yeah.
We should bring him back, man.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
That'd be nice, man.
All in that, we'll be all right though. I think we're going to be okay. It's just we just eager for another postseason run for the most part.
Get me in, and let's see what happens. Magic can happen. All you need is a ticket in.
And let's get a home postseason game.
Ooh, that'd be nice. We haven't had that since, what is that, 2004? Maybe? No.
No, 2001.
Well, 2002 they won the division, so I guess 2002 that was the Colts game where they blew them out 41-0. And then there hasn't been one in MetLife, obviously, because we haven't been in the playoffs at home since that stupid building's been built. So, Jesus, it's been forever. So we're long overdue. That's how I look at it, Co. We're long overdue, buddy.
Yeah, man, we really are, but we got to get back to the basics, man. Let's get back to running the football and throwing the ball. That's it. Let's take some shots downfield. So it can make the defense respect us. Because we have the speed.
Yeah.
We have it.
Yeah. The shots can back them up a little bit, hopefully, that defense, and give you more ops for everybody else like Brees and the like. Co, I appreciate you hopping on, brother. Man, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, man.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you. So we'll see. We'll catch you again soon. We'll see you maybe Thursday night for the post-game show, pal.
All right. Happy holidays to you and your family, man.
All right, there he is. Co joining us on the Cam 631 Laser Hotline. Awesome. Guys, feel free. That is the pinned comment on YouTube. Let's keep diving in here to the Jets win. Again, we're reacting to the Jets dub over the Commanders, plus Woody Johnson, official, Saleh, Douglas, and Hackett, who wasn't mentioned but is also likely safe if you're bringing back the whole band back together. Again, Trevor Siemian was pretty garbage. He did a couple of the things you just need to do of moving the ball. He wasn't sacked, so shout out to the Jets offensive line for that, but the terrible interception That was god awful. But Breece Hall being back, finally he's been pretty good from a receiving the ball perspective. He ended up having 12 catches for 96 yards. Very nice. I got to keep an eye out. He was targeted 16 times in the passing game. That led the team, tied with Garrett Wilson. But the thing I need to check is Breece Hall is going to break, I'm pretty sure, some of the running back reception records we've had here with the Jets, or at the very least be in the top 5. So they have made a clear, kind of like determination. Hey, we're going to feed this guy. And Washington, what is up with the defense, by the way? I'm cool with the win, but like Washington, every time Breece Hall dump off, Breece Hall dump off, Breece Hall dump off. Washington, the Jets just need a field goal to win. What kind of stupid defense are you playing? That was a little weird. But anywho, it was great seeing Breece Hall back. He had 96 rushing yards, 8 yards a clip. Very nice. The explosion, the burst was there. That was great to see. And same thing for Izzy, who finally got some ops early in the game. 9 carries, 43 yards, 4.8 a clip. Had that long of 12, but it just seemed he's just different. When he gets a ball, you see those first couple of steps, and Izzy's just making plays. So it was awesome to see Israel Abanikanda getting some ops there. That was nice. Shout out to him. Again, Jason Brownlee only had 1 catch. That ended up being his touchdown, the first touchdown of his career. I remember, Pepperidge Farm remembers. Jason Brownlee at one point was our wide receiver 1 back in Jets training camp. Oh, great time. So I want to see him continuing to get ops throughout the rest of the season. That would be nice as well. That'd be very nice. Shout out to Quincy Williams. He had 8 total tackles that led the team, 7 of those solo, 2 TFLs, 2 PDs, and of course the pick, his first interception of the season. He's going to be a Pro Bowler. He's going to be an All-Pro this year, and he deserves all the love for everything he was able to bring to the table. JFM with a half a sack, Jordan Whitehead with a half a sack, and that is the only statistical production from a sack perspective. Will McDonald should have had a sack, but he just kind of slipped, or he would have had a sack as well to add to that group as well. From a defensive perspective. And then Greg the Leg. Come on, we got to give a shout out to our special teams guys. Greg the Leg, 3 for 3, 100% field goal conversion rate. He's hovering around 97% of the season. Also made all of his extra points. And Thomas Morstead, 292 yards of punt yardage, 48.7 per clip. Had 2 inside the 20, a long of 54. Thomas Morstead's a freaking stud, baby. I love Morstead. I love Zerline. Let's bring both of these cats back. I had Morstead on the show. It was a week or 2 ago, and he said if the Jets want him back, he will be back, and he wants to be back. So that was awesome to hear from Thomas Morstead. Again, everybody, my name is Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. This is a Christmas Eve edition. We're only going to be here for another handful of minutes here, reacting and venting and talking all things New York Jets. Like I said, their win over the Washington Commanders, and also Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas being safe. I will say this on the Robert Saleh, Joe Douglas being safe. I think that's the right move. I think that's, quite frankly, the only move. Aaron Rodgers gave a public vote of confidence on the Pat McAfee show to all those guys, Saleh, Douglas, Hackett. And if you want to maximize the Aaron Rodgers experience, you want to maximize it and give it a real shot, keeping the group that Aaron Rodgers selected when the Jets flew out to California and he agreed to intend to play for the Jets and everything else. He was sold on the group that was over there. That was Woody, that was Saleh, that was Douglas, that was Hackett, that was the whole group. And he bought into that. So then to change that recipe and try to bring in a new head coach or GM, I would, again, if you were going to fire him, I think you had to fire all of them together. I think that had to happen so everyone's on the same timeline. But now they're keeping everyone on the same timeline by bringing it back. And now the pressure's on. It's playoffs or bust. And I would say probably just making the playoffs isn't enough when you get Aaron Rodgers. You didn't get Derek Carr. You got Aaron Rodgers. And when you get a guy like Aaron Rodgers, the expectation is Super Bowl. And that's what these guys were talking about. Or a deep playoff run, like making significant things happen. The Jets haven't been to the playoffs in 13 years, so fans will be excited to make the playoffs. But I think a lot of us have our goals even higher than that. I could only speak for myself. I've got championship aspirations. Heading into this year, Aaron Rodgers, this Jets team, I wanted to win the Super Bowl and thought they had every chance and opportunity to win the freaking Super Bowl. So people will think that's crazy and everything else, but that's my goals. That's my objectives heading into the season. And then this offseason, how do we get in a position to best position ourselves to go win a chip, to go win a championship, and to make some things happen? And that's what the Jets need to figure out. And I think the keys are investing on the offensive side of the ball this offseason. I'm talking draft. I'm talking free agency. I'm talking trade. I'm talking XFL. I'm talking retired AAF. You need to turn over every stone to improve this roster. The defense is fine. There are some detail, surface level changes you can make. Okay, switch out a safety here or there. Okay, interior defensive lineman, swap one of these, swap one of those. But overall, the unit's good. The offense needs help. They need a ton of offensive linemen. They need wide receivers. Okay, a backup quarterback, of course, that's another important piece to this puzzle, and probably two, because I don't imagine Zach Wilson's going to be back with the team. So you get a veteran guy, he's QB2, and then draft a guy on day 3 to be your guy to develop and put in a room with Aaron Rodgers. I think that's smart business, quite frankly. First off, taking quarterbacks all the time to just you can't have enough of them, and the Jets haven't had many of them, let alone multiple on the same roster. So take a chance, develop a guy, put him with Aaron Rodgers in the room, and that can only help to both preserve your present goals of championships and playoffs, and also long-term goals of developing a guy that can hopefully take over after Rodgers. Is Rodgers here 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year? I don't know. Rodgers says himself he's going to be here 2 more years, so that'd be 2024 and 2025. And then some people believe it'll be beyond that. So we have to see ultimately what's going to happen in that situation. But folks, we're going to cut it off early here. I want you guys to spend time with your families. Happy holidays. Happy Christmas Eve. Enjoy Christmas tomorrow. I will give you one more plug that we will be here live tomorrow morning at 7:30, as we are for every Boy Green Daily, and we'll be reading off Jet fans' Christmas wish list. I will drop this URL right now in the YouTube channel. So if you guys would like, feel free. I'm going to drop this right here. And it is there. I just entered it in on the YouTube channel live. If you guys would like to see that, click that link and tell me what you are hoping for Christmas as a Jets fan. It could be funny. It could be serious. It could be something for the final 2 games. It could be something for the draft, free agency, next year, whatever you want. Click that link that's down on our YouTube channel. And if of course, you don't see this live and you want to join in, hit up the YouTube community channel and we'll be reading all those. So you have till tonight or early tomorrow morning, depending on when you're watching or listening to this, to submit your wish list. We'll be reading and reacting to all of them live tomorrow morning on Christmas morning. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I enjoyed the Jets win. I know some people didn't. There's people saying, what a disgrace, and things of that nature, like Edmund here. And I understand, some people are not going to enjoy the win. And they're going to be pissed off about it, and they still want Hackett and them fired and everybody because they gave up a 20-point lead and all those things. I don't know. For me, I'm not going to be miserable about it. We wait all year for these opportunities, and the Jets are in a game where they're kicking ass and they win a game, and the locker room's going crazy. I'm happy for this team. I'm happy for us to enjoy a win ahead of Christmas. And again, when we get to the draft, we're going to hit the draft heavy and hard. We're going to have draft experts on the show. We're going to break everything down for you guys, as we always do. But to say, oh, man, they blew up the tank, they didn't do the tank, who knows? Jets have blown plenty of draft picks. D. Milner, Kyle Wilson, right? Dwayne Robertson, Vernon Golston, Stephen Hills. We could go on and on and on of all these misses the Jets have had. Darren Lees, okay? First round, second round, whatever. And those picks have been all over the place. The Jets have missed. So just because you have a high pick doesn't guarantee you're going to get the player right. So once the Jets finalize their draft pick, we're going to break it all down and give you all the latest juicy deets. But I think you guys should enjoy the win. That's my advice anyway. Merry Christmas to all you guys. Happy holidays, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for Boy Green Daily. And I'm looking forward to reading all your Christmas wish list, and I hope all you guys have a very, very happy holiday. God bless everybody, and we'll see you. Take care.